In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make the TIE Bizarro, also known as a TIE Experimental M1 from Star Wars. Now if you guys are new to the channel at all, we do a lot of time lapses and tutorials just like this one, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you want more Star Wars tutorials, I'll leave a link in the card above, as well as in the description to a full playlist you guys can check out after this video. Anyway, let's get into some building. Alright, so here we are on my flat tutorial world guys. This one's odd. This one's really odd. But anyway, it is 8 blocks long, 10 blocks wide, so it's actually even. And that's because of the trapdoor that sticks out over the side, otherwise it would be just 9 blocks. And it's 7 blocks high. Like I said, it's an odd one. Did not expect this, but why not build it? Because I've got to complete the set of TIE fighters where I can. So guys, what you're going to need materials wise: polished andesite slab, stair and block. Also going to need polished deep slate block, grey stained glass, warped trapdoor, iron trapdoor, polished deep slate slab, polished deep slate wall. There's going to be a load of other stuff as usual that we're going to need, and we'll go into those as we get into it really. So if you do want to build this one in the grid, then find your midpoint, which is going to be 2 blocks. That's going to be having a 4 block gap from either side of your grid. And we're going to be on the, so if we're facing forwards, we're going to be on the right hand side of that. So we've got these 2 blocks here, knock out the left one. That's going to be a starting point. What we're going to do now is place another block, and then we're going to have 3 blocks of polished andesite. 1, 2 and 3. Knock out those 2 blocks there. So we can build the wing first. Then what we're going to do from this is we're going to have 2 layers of your polished deep slate. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that. In the middle of this, have a polished andesite block, deep slate either side of that. Then we're going to have another set, so we're just going to do basically the same as we've done here, just upside down really. I know it's not really upside down, but you know what I mean, mirroring it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we have our polished andesite, 1, 2, 3 on top. Then what we're going to do is right in the middle of this, we're going to have 3 andesite blocks and 3 andesite blocks at the back as well. And that will give us the basic part of the wing anyway. We'll get onto all of the other bits and stuff as we get into more of the build. So we're going to build, there's 2 pods. There's a cockpit and there's also a gun pod. We'll do the cockpit first. So that is going to be, if you're facing forwards, that is going to be on the left hand side. The right hand side has the gun. I guess it doesn't really matter if you want to flip it around or whatever. Absolutely fine. Place a block of polished andesite on the side here. Then what we're going to do is just, if you place any block first, then with your grey stained glass, come forwards from that and have 3 going across. Then in the middle of that have 1, and underneath have 1. So that's what you end up getting, just a nice little cross like we've been doing before. Knock out that block there. And then with your polished andesite stairs, you're going to have a stair on top. And you're also going to have a stair underneath like this. Underneath this, you're going to have just a slab. So that's where you're going to have that right in the middle. On the top, you're going to have a polished deep slate slab. Then what we're going to do is, if we stand on this, we're going to have a normal stair here, upside down stair here, upside down stair there, normal stair there. This one, we're going to have a upside down stair in there like that. It's the best way we can try and make the most of the room that we've actually got. Then at the back of this, upside down stair here, upside down stair here, normal stair here, normal stair here, just like we've done with the other ties. Then we're just going to have a block of andesite in between each of those, except at the back where we're going to have a polished deep slate wall. We can now get rid of our slab and our deep slate wall. We can actually grab ourselves, well I say that, we're going to need it in a bit. We're going to then whack in crimson buttons either side of that. On the top, iron trapdoors around the deep slate slab, and underneath around that polished andesite slab, we're going to have those in there. Then on the front of this, warp trapdoors around the central part of it, just to make it look a little bit more tie-like. And then what we're going to do with our iron trapdoor, have that on here and underneath. We can also have an iron trapdoor on the side of the glass as well. We're going to knock that down with our debug stick. So just before I forget, yeah, there's no guns underneath this one, which is really odd. That's what I was thinking. So debug stick wise, do /give your name and then debug stick. Then we need to knock this down, so find the property which is open and right click that after you've got to it. If you can't do that, you can either leave it or put another trapdoor in. Up to you guys, whichever one you want to do. So then what we're going to do is go through and get rid of a couple of these materials. Well, I say that, going to need a couple. We're not going to need the deep slate. We will need all the andesite ones that we've got. Going to need an iron trapdoor, a anvil, lightning rod, a barrier or piece of string. We're also going to need an andesite wool and a deep slate wool as well. So right on this side right here, place a block of your andesite, iron trapdoor on top, iron trapdoor underneath. Have another block of andesite right here, and then go out on either sides of those. On any of the sides, we're just going to make it a wheel now. So we're just going to do stairs, upside down stair, around the back, upside down stair, normal stair. Then a block on these two. At the back, we're going to have that polished deep slate wool. Then we get our block, and we can do the same kind of cross pattern that we had before. Like that. Put our stairs on the back here, upside down, and on the front, upside down, normal. Block here like that. We're going to have an andesite wall on the front part of it now. On the top, we're going to have a slab. That's just going to be a normal andesite slab with our iron trapdoors going around it. And the same thing goes on underneath it as well, so we do the same. Now you can just like fill the middle up if you want to. I mean, you can get into it, which is a bit weird, but there's not really much you can do. So you can't see anything, you can't do anything. It's just a big gun. So yeah, what we can do now anyway is where we've got this andesite wall, place a barrier here, put your anvil on, 2 lightning rods here, but this one here we're going to just knock out and then have it facing that way. So that's what we get. That's the big gun part of it. And then finally we can grab our crimson button, whack that on either side like that. Then onto our andesite wall, we're going to have that on the wing, so just on these bits here. And just like we've done before, if you want to use your debug stick, if you have access to it, what we want to do is find the property, which is going to be, for me that was north. Yeah, north low, and you can knock that to high just to get that little bit there. So we can see as it can raise up. And the same on this one, we need to find the, whoops, I've already got it, south. And then knock that one up. It's up to you guys if you want to do that. We're going to need a couple of banners now, just 2 of them. They're black banners, and they've got a light grey kind of stripe going through it. So yeah, just get those. They're nice and simple. Loom, black banner as your starting point, light grey, whack that in there, and you'll find that there's these 2 going across like this. That's what we're going to do. And then we're just going to have that on the inside here. It's just going to be pointing inwards, that's all. Or pointing outwards from the central point. Depends on how you look at it, actually. Depends on how you look at it. So there we go, that's what we get. I don't think I put any buttons or anything like that on it, because I don't think we could. So, yeah, that all looks good. Oh, only one thing extra then. Iron trapdoor on the bit here, and again, this is an extra, depending on if you can get the debug stick or not. And then we're going to switch this down to open, false. And that will give us the TIE Bizarro. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, comment, like, and subscribe. As always guys, I'll see you on the next one.